We begin today with the blogger at the center of the story, which has consumed Washington and the White House all week. Andrew Breitbart posted the video of Agriculture Department worker Shirley Sherrod on his website, biggovernment.com. She seemed to be making racist comments, and then it turned out, after a knee-jerk reaction by Washington, in which she was quickly fired, that she had been trying to do a parable of redemption. And now she's been offered her job back. Andrew, thank you for joining us. He's with us by phone. And, you know, Andrew, in your interview...
Let me correct you. I hate to start out before the question, but let me correct you.
Go ahead.
The video that I posted was an excerpt that was sent to me, one of two excerpts. The first one is the one that has become controversial, in which they said that I selectively edited it. The mainstream media has picked that up as a big deal. We did not selectively edit it. It was given to us, and at the very tail end of it, it has the exculpatory part where she says this is not about black or white. This is about, the poor versus the rich.
Right.
And she did. That is the basis of her redemption. And in the post that went along with my piece, in my written language, I grant her redemption that Shirley went through a process. So the media is falsely asserting by selectively editing from the video and selectively ignoring my piece that says that she went through a transformation. And I point out that context is everything. Point of airing that video was that the mainstream media and the NAACP were working together over a 6-day period from Tuesday of last week.
Right. You've made the point, Andrew, that the NAACP was the target, not Shirley. And I understand that.
And that is why I granted her her redemption part of the story, which I noticed at the tail end of the excerpt. And the mainstream media is selectively making it out to be that we intentionally ignored that aspect of the story. This is an attempt to try and focus this on a likable person, Shirley versus Andrew, not about the NAACP's attack with a willing media.
But you know that it got focused on Shirley.
To try to frame the Tea Party as racist based upon the lowest possible threshold, which is that the Tea Party, a loose affiliation of millions of Americans, have to apologize.
Andrew, I understand that. Let me just get to a couple of points here with you. First of all, were you set up? You got these two edited excerpts from a source. Do you know who it was?
If I were set up, why would the person put the exculpatory evidence in that video?
I don't know, but do you know your source? Do you know who it was? Will you tell us who it was?
Well, I posted the full video. I'm going to protect this person. My gosh, if in the mainstream media climate, I call it the Democrat media complex, a person who asks an uncomfortable question of Barack Obama, Joe the plumber, gets investigated. The guy who came to me said, I have this video, and it has all this stuff on it. It has NAACP audience members applauding to a person's racist thing. I said, I'll protect you.
Did you get the complete video?
Like this.
Right.
Yeah,
did you get the complete video back in March, but it wouldn't play or something, and then you got excerpts?
No. What happened is that he told us, it wasn't March. I've looked back. It was Easter weekend that I got an email from this individual and said that he had access to this video. He sent me a DVD. Within a week or so, I got it in the mail. It had the guy is not a technologically,
Okay, so it
didn't have.
Right?
Wait, Bill. It didn't have the video on it.
Right. Okay.
It didn't have the video on it, and so suffice to say, I dropped the ball. I didn't pursue that lead because it didn't work out.
Okay, so then after the Black Panther thing, he sends you back 2 excerpts. Is that correct?
No, it had nothing to do with the Black Panther thing. It had to do with the NAACP playing up the coordinated attack on the Tea Party by the
when
NAACP.
They called the Tea Party racist, right?
Yes.
So then this person sends you 2 excerpts?
And making a centerpiece. of their argument that the N-word was hurled at Congressmen Carson, Lewis, and Cleaver.
Right, I understand that argument too, but
I'm not sure
sort of
your
is,
audience understands that.
Well, it's peripheral to what we're talking about in this particular case.
It's not peripheral because there's a reason why I put the excerpt out there with speed. Because when I proved 3-4 weeks later, after the N-word accusation was hurled, when I compiled the videos that showed that this is a fabrication, and now it's getting reasserted and given 6 days worth of mainstream media airtime, the media would not play. I went to every single network. I went to CNN.
Okay, but look, we've got a limited amount of time, and we got to focus on the Shirley Sherrod thing. And here's the deal: she thinks that you were targeting her. She doesn't accept your explanation that you were going after the NAACP, and she's looking for an apology. Let me play for you what she said. Let me play for you what she said on our early show today.
No, he hasn't.
Do you expect an apology?
No, I don't. That's from what I don't know him, never heard of him before this happened. But from what I think he is, I don't think I would ever receive an apology.
Would you consider legal action against him?
Yes.
And is that something you're actively talking about? Or?
I haven't talked about it actively, but I would definitely consider it.
You've also been...
So Andrew, do you owe her an apology?
I didn't hear anything, but I gave the exculpatory information there, and I absolutely stand by the story. It was a necessary and newsworthy clip that put the onus on the NAACP for countenancing racism in its midst, when it is telling the Tea Party that it needs to apologize for racism.
Yeah, but why do you say
countenancing
racism in its midst? I mean, those audience members are listening to her, they're nodding and assenting. Does that mean that they approve what she said in the excerpt, or that they understood it?
Well, let's put it this way. Once we aired the videotape and the NAACP was forced to deal with the public exposure of them clapping and nodding at her racist commentary, which eventually led to a redemption story, but they weren't forewarned that she was going to say that she changed her mind. When they were clapping and nodding at
but the first thing they did was condemn it.
If the NAACP admonished the audience on Monday when it came out. So the NAACP is
They said they didn't like racism in any form.
If the Tea Party is going to be held to the lowest possible standard, that a sign in Fort Worth that may or may not have been planted by infiltrators means that the entirety of the Tea Party has to apologize for itself, then I am holding the media and the NAACP accountable to the standards that they set.
But back on Shirley Sherrod, I mean, did you ask the source to see the full content, or at least a transcript of the full speech, before you put that stuff up on your website?
Bill, I'm going to tell you again. I put the exculpatory information in both the text of my piece. The media ignores it, and I put it, and it is in the video. Here's what I will tell you about it after having watched it multiple times. I don't think Shirley Sherrod wants America to watch the full video, because if you ever saw the movie Crash, an important character in that movie is the racist cop, played by Matt Dillon, in which he sexually assaults a black woman in front of her husband as a means to humiliate him. He's blatantly racist, but at the end of the movie, he saves that woman when she's dying in a car crash. When you listen to Shirley, she admits that she sees things in black and white. She says it, okay? But she also did the right thing.
Yeah, but she was also talking about what she did 26 years ago.
As it relates to the farmer. So I believe that Shirley sees things through a racial prism. She has the right to do that. I'm sorry that the White House threw her under the bus. I did not ask for her to be investigated. I did not ask for her to be fired. I showed video that in and of itself, showed the exculpatory part that said that she went through a transformation, and I showed evidence that showed that the Tea Party was racist. If you want to talk about maliciously edited video, I will show you Think Progress, the left-wing organization, took video.
We could argue about that all day, but I'm really more interested in why you didn't get the full context before you put anything up.
Because I had to get it up when the media would pay attention to it, because when I had video that showed that the N-word was not hurled at the Congressional Black Caucus, which was an egregious act as alleged by them, when I disproved it, the media said it no longer is newsworthy. Okay, then I had to, after 6 days of the media playing up this craziness of attacking the Tea Party and forcing them to have to defend themselves against non-existent racism, which negatively brands the Tea Party. You and I know that asking the question, is the Tea Party racist, 1,000,000 times over a 6-day period when they show no evidence of it, has the effect of negatively branding the Tea Party. When the media helps the NAACP aid and abet that predicate, I wanted to show the hypocrisy. The video shows it beyond a reasonable doubt, and Mary Frances Berry, the Clinton-appointed and the Carter-appointed chair of the Civil Rights Commission, states it explicitly when she says this is the Democratic Party's strategy to make it so that the administration and the Democratic Party don't have to talk about unemployment, but can ask their opponents, are you racist? Are you racist? I am fighting back against the malicious alliance between the NAACP and the media to try to destroy the Tea Party based upon the false charge of racism.
You got everybody's attention this time, that's for sure. Andrew Breitbart, thank you for taking time to talk to us. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye-bye.